I am Anthony from Hashnet. Today we're looking at the 2020 Ford EcoSport four-wheel drive model. And as you can see, we're inside the vehicle. So I'm going to show you around the vehicle and then inside the vehicle. And right now, if you go to your local Ford dealer, you can find a Ford EcoSport for less than $20,000. They're trying to clear out the 2020 inventory, so you can get some great deals right now. We're looking at the 2020 Ford EcoSport. This is the four-wheel drive model. And let's take a quick look around the vehicle. I'm in Ohio, and it's like 6 degrees outside, so, that's why there's snow. Now, I've had this for about 3 months at this point. Got it in October, didn't start driving it until later in October. And right now at your local Ford dealers, you can buy this truck for around 20 grand USD. So if you're looking for a semi-fuel efficient, because it gets about 20 to 24 miles per gallon, conversion, crossover, whatever they want to call it, this is your opportunity to pick one up. Now, if you get this version of the four-wheel drive variety, it does include a smart connection to your smartphones, be it Apple or Android. And let's go take a look inside. Of course, looking at the driver's side door, and obviously there's all the controls for the windows, child locks, changing your mirrors around, and it's usual for all four windows, as you would find in most automatic vehicles. And of course, a big pocket that also is a holder that I think is more in line for like maybe a pop. I've never found a cup short of like maybe a small that actually fits in this holder here. Of course, I keep things that keep me clean and uninfected because cooties, and because I do occasionally eat antacids. Now, sitting behind the driver's wheel, you see the dashboard display, and it has the typical RPM and speed, heat, the temperature of the engine and the fuel. And you notice there is a display here that you can actually set. Now, if I go around, I can pick different options. It can show me a digital display of the speed. There's also what's playing on the radio, what is connected, which is my phone, and of course, you can get statistics on the vehicle itself. You can do additional settings. I like keeping this screen here set up. Basically, it tracks the time that I'm on the current trip, the gas mileage, how much miles I've actually driven on this current trip, and how much into my gas tank is on E. Now, on the steering wheel, there are buttons that help you navigate the menu. And then, of course, these are the cruise controls down here. Then on the right side is the phone and volume controls for the radio, and if you use the voice features. Now, I'm currently using my cell phone, which I'm recording this on, attached to the 8-inch display here through a USB port. And this is what's called Android Auto, and it's part of the Ford Pass app that you can load on your phone. And you see, there's Google Maps, iHeartRadio. I can play from my Google Music, which isn't really a thing coming up in March of 2021. And of course, phone, I can exit it through the Ford Pass. There's a calendar, Hangouts. If we scroll down, we get Messenger, news. You see everything, all the way to YouTube Music, which is actually a new icon. But essentially, you can interact with all of these programs individually. For example, my default is iHeartRadio's 106.5 The Lake, which is in Cleveland, because they play a lot of 90s and 80s music, and occasionally they'll hit some Beatles and disco, which is great because that's my wheelhouse. And then, of course, you get Google Maps, and everything comes over a speaker that is behind the display. If you do voice, it goes through there, and of course, there's the speakers that are around the vehicle in the doors that pull up more information. When not connected to your phone, the display is rather generalistic. The buttons still work on the dash because you can adjust radio stations. But here's what we can display when you do the audio thing, which is a typical channel selection. And you can switch sources to whatever you have available to you. I don't have Sirius XM. You get it for free for 3 months, but I like the radio station I regularly listen to. And unless you have Wi-Fi, basically where you set up, you get satellite Wi-Fi, then you can connect to things like iHeartRadio without having to hook up your phone. And of course, if you have your phone hooked up, there's a bunch of options you can play with there. There is the apps. Of course, I use iHeartRadio and Ford Pass. And then any additional settings here, which we're not going to go through because this is going to get tedious. And that's what a manual is for. Read the manual. Dialing back home, you see the screen and compass. This is the internal temperature. This is the outdoor temperature. So, yeah. So looking down, we see that this is a start button vehicle, so you do not need a key physically in the column. You just keep the key or the fob in your pocket. And as you see, the buttons on the screen are radio buttons, more or less, that allow you to play basically just like you could any other digital player, which also have similar buttons located on the steering wheel. And of course, a blowout hazard. And then below that is just a bunch of options for temperature control. You can set it to auto, you can max AC, you can even warm the seats. Below it is, of course, the USB ports, the controls for the four-wheel drive and slippage, a 12-volt adapter if you have an old school connector instead of USB. Here's the stick shift. And as I tweak it a little bit so you can see a wider, taller angle, you can see the controls are standard. Cup holders, I should move this out of the way, cup holder, and of course a change holder or whatever you want to put over there. And then inside here, in the shoulder rest, is another holder which you can remove and put more things in. And of course, put the armrest back down. Now, if you were curious about the sun/moonroof, it is sweet. So it does two interesting features. The first one, you push the button forward and you can let air in. But if you push the button backwards, you actually open it up. Now, to show you the controls, they're here overhead. Here is the button for the sun/moonroof. Over here is actually a storage area for sunglasses. And then in front of that is, of course, lights, your settings and how you want your lights to turn on when the door is open. And then looking over here, if you like looking in the mirror, there's even a light for this. And that's on both sides. The back passenger side doors, and now we're on the passenger side, you can see into the back seat. Everything is cloth connected. And the one thing I really like is that if you pull out the center console, there is this nice little armrest and cup holder combination, which I think is just really great. And if you want to, you can actually fit a third person in the middle, hence the third buckle. And as you notice, not really a lot of legroom if you're a tall guy like me, but of course, if you want a passenger in your back seat, you can always pull up the seats. In case you were wondering, this is what the back of the vehicle looks like. So opening the back door, there is a rear windshield wiper here, which is controlled by the console on the steering wheel. There is also a liftable cover, as well as storage in behind the seat, and the seats do fold down, but I have stuff in them, so I'm not going to do that right now. And there is a storage area that's about 4 inches tall under the floor here that I have my Ninja Turtle. Now, you're probably wondering what I think about this truck, and I like it. I used to own a 2007 Ford Focus, which was standard shift, shifting. This 2020 Ford EcoSport is automatic, and I don't miss shifting, although sometimes I look for the clutch when I'm trying to hit a brake. But then this, compared to that 2007 Focus, this 2020 EcoSport is just packed with features that just weren't available 13 years ago when I purchased the last car. So yeah, I like it. I would recommend it if you want something that's a little bit more all-terrain and automatic. But If you're looking for the gas mileage, I would definitely go for a different vehicle. This truck only gets about 24 miles per gallon on a good day, and I've 3 months in, I'm down to like 22.6 miles per gallon. So my mileage may vary, but yeah, I'd recommend it. Right now, it's on sale for about 20 grand USD. So if you're looking for a truck with four-wheel drive and a moonroof and just a variety of colors, I would definitely recommend picking it up. And that was the 2020 Ford EcoSport four-wheel drive version. And if you have any questions or want to make a comment, I mean, do you like it? I love the color red, by the way. That's why it's red. Anyway, leave a comment. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe.
Considering a compact SUV? You need to check out the 2020 Ford EcoSport. Ford SUVs have the highest brand loyalty in the industry. EcoSport has 166 horsepower. EcoSport offers a unique rear swing gate that opens to reveal a surprising amount of cargo room behind the second row. EcoSport also helps give you confidence in a variety of driving conditions with available intelligent all-wheel drive. The 2020 Ford EcoSport.
Thank you for checking out our content. Before you leave, please remember to click like and then subscribe. If you want to receive notifications, do not forget to enable them by clicking on the bell. Then afterwards, check out our social media at HasledgeNet and our website at hasledge.net.